In the darkest times, it wasn't difficult to have a combination of rumours, superstition and fear dictate the actions of even the strongest of minds. Stern parents, teachers, religious leaders, all could succumb to the power of black thinking. And the deeper an argument was made surrounding the subject of imperfect birth, then the greater was the determination to hide such things, especially if it was associated with a family of high social standing. Such a rumour involved a creature known as the Changeling. In an attempt to deflect the public eye away from an offspring born less than perfect, this circumstance would be embraced and used to hide a child born out of the usual. The Changeling was originally a child born of demons who would replace their new arrival with that of a perfect human baby, targeting a couple who have brought a beautiful child into the world. The demons hypnotise them into seeing their baby as their own, while they make off with the perfect human child. Gradually, of course, the hypnotism wears off and the parents realise they have produced a monstrosity and they have been visited by the demonic abductors. Their actions dictated by the ancient tales of child swapping and being cursed to raise a demon child as their own. The only method of containment is to lock the poor little soul away where cries cannot be heard and development never witnessed. At a certain age, a musical instrument is placed alongside the youngster. He or she cannot resist the temptation to play music, and the notes that emanate from the pipes show the child for what he or she really is, an abomination in the eyes of ignorant grown-ups, and requiring at last to be removed from their lives. Of course, in all instances during Dr. Dealer's campaign of discovery and rescue, the Changeling story was used more than that as an excuse to rid a couple of their guilt and anger at having been responsible themselves for bringing an imperfect child into the world, and unable to deal with the demanding consequences of a life which would see them looked on themselves as somewhat cursed. You're Not the Same is not about the parents, but for the first time totally looking through the eyes of a trapped individual who Dr. Dealer has planned to rescue. This child has come of age. He realises that there might be something other than a glimmer of light from the window of the cellar he has spent his young life scratching around in. It would be enough to send a grown man insane. But fortunately, our young survivor has adapted, only through necessity, to accept hardship and solitude, and he doesn't know quite how to react when Dr. Dealer's entourage, having been exceptionally convincing to his captives, show him an alternative to the existence he has been enduring for years. He's now not the same. He never will be the same. He'll leave the darkness behind along with most of the evidence of the atrocities he has coped with, and realise that change isn't just a word in Changeling. It's what he's about to experience, and ultimately for the better. With only a glancing memory when light first flooded into his cellar of the three things he became attached to: his little three-legged chair, his wind-up music box, and his teddy bear which only has one eye, and convinced him that he had only one too. Life is changing. No one will be the same now, and some people will truly never be the same again.